If you made a list of all of our imaginative answers to the question of where God could be found, you'd quickly discover that our beliefs are all over the map, or more precisely, that God is all over the map. God, we are told, is up there, down here, out there, in here, over there, everywhere, elsewhere, nowhere. In our search for God, maybe we look inward to the interior landscape of our souls through spiritual practices or acts of piety. Maybe we look outward to the geographical landscapes where other pilgrims before us have claimed to have found God, like holy sites, pilgrimage trails, temples, and monasteries. But for a growing number of people today, their search for God has led them as far away from the church as they can get. Maybe that's because the God they met when they went to church was nothing like the loving, luminous, numinous, life-giving God they hoped to find. Among those who identify as spiritual but not religious, there's an openness to the possibility that there's a presence humming within them, in fact, throughout all creation. Maybe it's God, or maybe it has something to do with God. They don't always know how to quantify it, or describe it, or prove it, or verify it. It doesn't correspond to the modern standards of human reason and science. It doesn't conform to the well-established doctrines of the church. But that doesn't mean it isn't real. Have you ever felt that hum? In chapter 5 of Life After God, we see how the ancient Hebrews described that divine hum as ruach, breath, spirit, which they believed was pulsing through every living thing. Later, the earliest Christians described that same divine hum as pneuma, the spirit, wind, the very breath of God that not only breathed in them, but breathed through them as they worked together to love and serve the world. Do you see it? Do you feel it? The hum, the ruach, the pneuma, the breath of God. There's a God in the Bible many of us have never met, a God who is spirit, whose breath is everywhere, who is as near to us as our breath. When we breathe this God in, God is in us and we are in God. And when we breathe together, we become part of a divine conspiracy, the hum that pulses through the soul of the whole universe.